What we call the present moment is like a flower that's in a state of constant blooming, continuously opening to whatever is next. So I just invite us all to feel the reality of that right now. Feel the reality of how ultimately ungraspable the moment is, what we call the moment. So ungraspable that we could say, fairly say, that there's not a moment that can be a moment that can be grasped, because it's on the move. Just feel that, feel how all that's here, every aspect of experience, all the different dimensions of experience, sensation, emotion, body, a whole movement of the mind, thinking, perceiving, memory, imagination, notice this obviousness of its instability, how the moment is, as I said, like a flower that's constantly blooming. In that sense, what appears is discontinuous. It doesn't endure at all. It's not like the flower of the moment opens up and then just kind of hangs out like, oh, like this. No, it's like the blooming, right? You can't like stop the blooming of the moment. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing to me that it just does not hold still. This one discovery pretty much upends everything we think about reality, believe it or not. Because all of our language and concepts suggest otherwise, don't they? Suggest that things have continuity and have endurance and have some kind of stability. It's a very different way, though, to encounter what's here, to feel the instability of it, to feel the dynamism of it, of the moment. I mean, it's funny to say that as the words come out of my mouth, because like, as opposed to what? We're never feeling anything but the dynamism, right? We're never feeling anything but the aliveness. We're never feeling anything but this constant blooming of now, of the moment. So just let yourself notice what is the case, that what's being felt that we might call now is a shapeshifter. Now is in this state, if you will. It's not really a state, because state is, tied with the word static. It's like not fixed. It's fluid. It's fluid. Feel the fluidity of now. How strange it actually is that because of its fluidity, its radical instability, we can't really even say that there is now. Because the minute we point to now, to identify it, right? Because if, in order for there to be something, it has to be identified as being that something. So we identify now, there's now, what's being seen, noticed, recognized, felt, and so on. There's now, but what we've identified isn't here anymore. It's literally not here anymore, right? It's crazy. So try it right now. Try to identify now. Try to think about and describe and pinpoint now. It's slippery, isn't it? Instead, rather than try to grasp hold of something that we can't grasp hold of, we can just enjoy the fluidity, which is what we have to enjoy. This is what we have to enjoy, this ever flowing, ever changing, ever morphing, unstable. I talk all the time about how ultimately indefinable reality is, despite how it seems like we know what things are, right? Because we have language that suggests very strongly to us that we know what things are. The suggestion is strong. Our knowledge that I know what something is, I know what things are, but seeing the way in which whatever it is I seem to know is now no longer here, there aren't really things to know. This is the basic understanding of what emptiness is. Emptiness means empty of identity, not just a personal self-identity, but the identity of everything. As I said, I try to identify some perception, some object, some phenomena, and then it's gone. Before I can even try to identify, it's that quick, right? It's like something appears, identify it, but it's already on. It's already on to the next blooming of itself. This is actually what we're experiencing right now. It's not anything special in the sense of something other than your current experience, is what I mean. You don't have to find some other experience where what I'm saying makes some sort of sense. It's your experience right now, isn't it? How long is it here for? Your experience. Clearly, there's no past in experience, right? Because that's what was here a flash instant ago is gone, right? There's also clearly no future. What will be is just an abstraction. But we could say, well, there's just what's here, like right now, not before, not after, now. So just feel now, the instant now. There's really no narrative there, is there? There's no story there. There's no time there to tell a story about it. But this instant right now includes everything, including what we think of as the passage of time, the past, the future. It's very paradoxical. The flow of time. Right? We've been together for, well, looking at the clock, 15 minutes or whatever. So some sense of this flow of what we've just been exploring together over some time. My speaking is sort of a narration of some kind, a story of some kind, happening over a period of time, we could say. And yet, strangely, all of it occurring and being experienced now, in this flash instant. Not an abstraction, actually. Time is the abstraction. Experience transcends time. It's not an abstraction. It's experience. It's actuality. Actuality transcends time. Can you feel that? This moment of experiencing transcends time. Beyond past, present, future. You can't really say, can you? It's beyond time, it includes time, right? It's just utterly that transcendental, your experience. Our experience is transcendental. Transcendental in its actuality, like not as an abstraction, but in the actual feeling of the moment. It's, you can't stop the flowering of now. The shapeshifter that the moment is. We have these ideas of like letting go of things, but I've said this many times before. The moment lets go, doesn't it? Of itself. That's what its nature is, to let go. The nature of reality is to let go, we could say. Nothing is held on to. Everything is just slipping away.